All right, hey guys, today's lesson for Stagecraft is setting the stage. So the first thing you're going to be working on is designing a set for either a scene or a part of a play. So first, let's get into it. I suggest you take notes on this. A piece of paper and notes will go a long way into helping you complete the project. If you don't take notes, you'll have to watch this whole video again in order to find out the information that I remember he mentioned that in the video, but I didn't write it down. So I would suggest taking notes or screenshots. Do it digitally. However you want to do it, I suggest taking notes. Now, first question I pose to you guys is, look at this picture. What do you see? Like, obviously there's an empty room. This is actually an empty stage. So my question to you is, what do you see? Or what possibilities do you see for this stage? In other words, what could this be? That's how you need to think as a stagecraft person or someone who's part of the crew or in theater tech. Because this stage could be this. A scene for a jail, right? Built on an empty stage just like that one. Or it could be something like this. I don't even know what play this is from, but this is some crazy sets. This house is like kind of sinking into the ground, and a desk here and a shopping cart and lights, and look at the colors. It's pretty eye-catching, all from an empty stage. Or it could be this. It looks like a deep room. It's kind of made to, the perspective is a little off, and looks like it's from a couple, I don't know, decades ago, if not 100, 200 years ago. Or it could be this, my personal favorite. This is from Matilda. The stage play. A bunch of letters just coming all over the place because it's all about learning and going to school and whatnot. So, but this was once an empty stage. Somebody thought of all this and made it happen. That's what you do on crew. You think of things, anything you want, and you make it happen. So, this is lesson 1 when it comes to setting the stage. All right. Sets, also called scenery, serve numerous purposes, some basic and others quite complicated, and even psychological. The most important purpose of the scenery is to provide a place to act. The actors need to act somewhere. They could act on an empty stage and the audience could imagine what's around them, but if we have the ability to create a set, why not? So this is what a set does. This is some of the basic things a set can do. All right, it defines the time and the setting of a play. Okay? So here's time. It can give us the historical period. Does it look like it's set in World War I? Maybe it's set back in caveman days. It can give us the season of the year. It's Christmas tree up, like for the Grinch Stole Christmas, there might be the decorations, right, and Christmas presents. It can tell us the time of day, right? If the sun's shining through just right, and if we're outside in the morning air and there's a little bit of fog coming in, it could be morning. Or changes in time during the play. What if the play starts in one season and then it becomes summer? The set would actually have to change a little bit to show that. So it also shows the setting. For example, climate and geographical conditions. Meaning, is it snowing outside right now? Is it raining? You should go to YouTube and look for that, raining on stage. People make that happen. They make it rain on stage. That's what the set crew does. All right? Socioeconomic situation, meaning how poor is somebody, how rich is somebody. The set will show that. Cultural background. Man, if they're from Mexico, there's going to be all kinds of colors there, and bright colors and stuff like that, and certain decor that's very specific to that culture. Or if they're from China, it's going to be way different. The set is going to look completely different. Is it inside or outside? That's what interior or exterior means. Inside or outside, that's obvious. Are there trees about, or is this a living room? Rural or urban, on a farm or in the city? Or, my favorite, does this take place in a real setting or an imaginary setting? Think about that Matilda one. A lot of that's very imaginary. All right? So, set does quite a bit of things. So, now creating the set. This is what you will get to do for this project. Okay? So, a set should also help inform the audience about the effects of the environment on the characters and how, in turn, the characters' personality traits affect their surroundings. This is the psychological part. All right? If your home is dirty, it's going to affect who you are and how you act. Or if you're clean, are you always going around cleaning things up? And you're going to be affecting your surroundings. Let's take a look at this, for example. This is from You Can't Take It With You. What does this set say about the family that lives there? Take a good look. So if you notice, pile of newspapers over here. Things are kind of shoved under here. A little clutter over here. Look at this basket full of some rackets or whatnot. It's kind of random. Definitely older looking set. The chairs are all mismatched. The chairs, well, I guess this one doesn't match the others. So this family's very eclectic. They're not very clean. They're a little spastic. All right. That's all just from looking at the set. The actors haven't even come on stage yet. Now take a look at this one. This is from a crazy show called Animal Farm. Animal Farm is this weird, it's kind of tied into government overthrow, and there's a little bit of World War II in there with Hitler and how people rise to power and kill other people. It's crazy. And everybody, all the actors play animals on a farm. Pigs, horses, dogs. It's crazy. Okay? But look at this. Just this set. What would you imagine the tone of this show is? It's very dark. And if you look, the way they built it, they made it so somebody could stand higher than other people, and other people can stand lower. And that shows that, look, I'm up here and you're down here. In fact, here's a shot from it using that exact same set. Look, this guy's higher than others, and this person's down low, and it's just kind of, and the costumes are just really crazy. But it's a really weird play we'll never be doing in middle school or even in high school. All right. But the set is a character in this show. It really creates the tone and has a message to it. So here are some staging conventions. A convention is a practice that is generally accepted in place of realistic depiction, meaning that sets ain't going to be real. They can't be real. If they were real, there would be a fourth wall and we wouldn't be able to see in. All right. So here are some staging conventions. So almost all furniture faces the audience, or it cheats out. It has to face forward. That picture of that table, all chairs were on one side of the table, and they were facing forward just so the audience can see the face of all the actors. That wouldn't really happen in real life. Nobody puts all chairs on one side and nobody sits on the other side. But it needs to happen in theater so audience can see the actors. The exterior doors, or any door that leads outside, is usually offstage right, meaning from the audience perspective, any new person coming in is coming in on their left. Because remember, we read from left to right. So when something new comes on, it's more comfortable for us to see them coming in from the left, come in, and then if they're going to go someplace else in a house, those doors are on the audience right, or they're on the stage left. All right, or they're directly upstage. All right, again, just some weird conventions that just happen in theater. And the living and dining room furniture often appear in the same area, meaning that it's not like, oh, well, my house is a dining room, and then there's a wall here, and you go down the hallway, and then there's a living room. We don't have the room for that on the stage, so we kind of put everything there. So actors can be both cooking and talking and then sitting down and lounging around. It just makes it a little easier. So when you're designing your set, you're going to be using colors. So you're not just saying, oh, there's going to be a chair here and there's going to be a door here, but you have to pick the colors of the chair and the door and the walls and everything, because colors say a lot. So go ahead, I want you to read this and then answer the question that follows. All right, so let's look at this. This is from your textbook. It says certain colors arouse specific emotions. All right, the set designer, you, is always aware of this. So go ahead and look at these different colors and make decisions on what colors you would use for different types of plays. All right, so different types of scenarios. All right, so what does this setting say about the play? We'll look at all the colors, the way it's, I don't know, the colors are kind of used. We're just looking at color right now. All right, what does the setting or the colors here say about the play? All right, how about for this one? What does, oh, I almost forgot. Going back. This is A Midsummer Night's Dream. And it's a Shakespeare comedy romance. So all these colors scream romance, comedy, it's kind of lightheartedness, open feel. It's very whimsical. All right, how about this one? What do the colors here say about the play? So for this one, I actually don't know what this one's from specifically. I imagine it's from something like The Crucible or something where it looks like there's either a judge or somebody official stands here. And I know this play is going to be a little dark. It's going to be serious. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be comedy everywhere. This play is going to be a little serious. And I can tell just from the colors. Imagine if all these wood pieces were bright neon colors. Right, and the benches were bright yellow and red and pink. Then I can go, this is a kid's play or this is a comedy. But this one, definitely not. This is a serious play. Let's do one more. What do the colors here say about the play? So this one, the colors are very muted or very city-like. All right, and there's grays here and it looks like the red in the chair, red right here. This is from the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Oh, I'm blanking on the name of the actual guy. But essentially, Sweeney Todd. There you go. Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. This is a crazy play. People go here through this door, which is all red, same color as blood. They go up to see Sweeney Todd, who's a barber. But when you're in his chair and he actually kills people, sends them down this chute, and the crazy lady who runs this restaurant down here takes the body, turns them into mincemeat pies, and sells them to customers down here. Super dark. Okay? But notice the colors are super dark. All right? And these little touches of red are connected with all the people who do the murdering and the eating of people. So, again, crazy, but this is a musical, okay? Johnny Depp